Ahoy there, fellow adventurers of the high seas. Ever wonder what it's like to stare down a real-life pirate crew with your ship, your cargo, and your life on the line? Well, pull up a chair and listen close, because today we're diving into the incredible true story of Captain John, a seasoned merchant sailor who faced just that. This isn't a Hollywood movie. This is a raw, gripping tale of survival, wit, and the brutal reality of the golden age of piracy. Let's set the scene. The year is 1722, and the Caribbean is a treacherous chessboard of trade routes and pirate dens. Captain John is at the helm of the Sea Serpent, a sturdy merchant vessel laden with valuable goods like sugar, rum, and fine textiles. They'd just left a bustling port in Jamaica, bound for the shores of England. The crew was experienced, the weather was fair, and the voyage started as smoothly as any captain could hope for. 4 days, the only sounds were the creak of the ship's timbers, the snap of the sails in the wind, and the call of seabirds. But peace on these waters was always temporary. One hazy morning, the lookout's cry shattered the calm. "Sail ahoy!" At first it was just a speck on the horizon, but this speck grew larger with an unnatural speed. It wasn't another merchant ship. Through his spyglass, Captain John saw it clearly, a sleek, fast-moving sloop flying a flag that made his blood run cold. It wasn't the Jolly Roger we see in movies, but a chilling crimson banner, a symbol that meant no quarter would be given. They were being hunted by one of the most feared pirate crews in the Caribbean. Panic began to ripple through the crew. The pirate ship was purpose-built for speed and combat, while the Sea Serpent was a heavy, lumbering cargo hauler. A direct fight would be suicide. Captain John knew this. He wasn't a naval commander. He was a merchant. His mind raced, calculating their odds. He could try to outrun them, but the pirates were closing the gap with every passing minute. He could try to fight, but his ship was outgunned, with only a few small cannons meant to deter, not to wage war. As the pirate sloop drew alongside, the air filled with the terrifying sounds of grappling hooks thudding against the hull and the savage war cries of the boarding party. Dozens of pirates, armed with cutlasses, pistols, and a hunger for plunder, swarmed over the rails. Captain John's crew put up a brave but brief resistance. The fight was chaotic, brutal, and over in minutes. The pirates were simply too numerous and too battle-hardened. With his crew overwhelmed and several of his men injured, Captain John faced a choice. He could fight to the last man and see everyone slaughtered, or he could surrender and pray for mercy, looking into the eyes of the pirate captain, a fearsome figure with a scarred face and a cold, calculating gaze. He made the difficult decision. He ordered his men to lay down their arms. The Sea Serpent was lost. The pirates ransacked the ship, taking everything of value: the precious cargo, the crew's personal belongings, even the ship's navigational tools. But what happened to Captain John and his men? This is where the story takes another turn. The pirate captain, impressed by John's calm demeanor and the quality of his ship, made him an offer: join their crew or be set adrift in a small, leaky boat with minimal rations. What would you choose? Captain John, ever the pragmatist, chose survival. He and some of his men were forced into the pirate's service, a practice known as impressment. His life as a merchant captain was over, and a new, uncertain chapter as a reluctant pirate had begun. He had lost his ship, his freedom, and his fortune, all in a single, terrifying morning. His story serves as a stark reminder that for every romanticized tale of pirate treasure, there were countless real-life victims whose lives were forever changed by the brutal reality of piracy on the high seas. Thanks for joining me on this historical deep dive. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the past. See you next time.